Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Vexus video. And like I mentioned before, this unit is free, so we won't be actually quote-unquote reviewing it, but we will be overviewing it, if that makes sense. There won't be a score because she's free, so you can get her regardless of what I say. Anyways, she is SLB, but I think she makes up for it by having literally so many things in her kit that she is crazy already, so I already read everything. Having 20% all elemental amps, so she's useful for any team, which is a little ridiculous. Also has 600% LB damage boost instead of the 500%. Yeah. So already with these two things in mind, she's already probably the strongest damage dealer in the game, bar none, because no one else has 200%. If you guys remember Noctis was at the top of the board immediately because of the 200% amp. So being able to access to any elemental 200% amp, I think that's broken. Pretty crazy in my opinion, so yeah. And then she does have some tanking stuff, but look how much it cost, like 45 cost for a regular cover. I don't. 45 cost is quite high. The 10 one is more reasonable. 10 is fine. Morale boost. I'm surprised that even including that. When's the last time we had Clash of Wills? I'm not sure. But it's also broken that you can also basically Omni cover. First, yeah, this is Omni cover with recharging. So you can recharge your Omni cover, and you can absorb lightning if it comes down to it. Really crazy ability, actually. It's insane. I know most people are looking at her damage, but like this is actually crazy too. That you can just Omni cover as long as you're doing your LB, SLB. I think it's the SLB, but that's crazy. Remove all plus from enemies, quite good. Remove all debuffs from all allies. What the heck? That's crazy. She has so much, way too much utility. I don't know. Also, imbues. Only for herself at least, so there's that. But she does have some use for everybody later, down the road. 40% great sword and parallel could. At least she doesn't have super utility. She has only 85% breaks, but I believe that her previous firm only had 85% breaks too. Or maybe she had 87. I think she actually has 87, but whatever. Decent ability, but this is what you care about the most. 200% lightning in peril. Okay, so she has that too. 200% imperils are not the newest thing, but that's kind of crazy. That's on a cooldown, and it lasts for the entire duration. So as soon as it goes away, it's back up again. It says no downtime. Okay, so she has 7% amp for multiple elements. This is not. I mean, this is kind of crazy, but JP's had multiple elemental amp fields too, so. It's nothing like super crazy, but it's kind of crazy. It has a lot of elements. Oh, it's only for lightning. Whoops. Lightning is the one that has 70% and then 30% of the rest. So obviously she's meant to be used on a lightning team. And if you need elements for others, then you'd bring a different person who has a better amp field. That's fine. Pretty good ability if she's not the one that's actually tanking. Yeah, if she's not the one tanking, this is pretty good actually. That's a pretty big buff. It's like a last-ditch effort. In case you get screwed over by something, you can use this, and basically they'll probably survive as long as it's physical damage. A lot of killers, pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of killers, pretty cool. And then here's the one that's rechargeable, 100%. So she has access to more damage after her main damage is over. So she has 100% amp for everybody after, and then you can recharge over and over again. So pretty good in my opinion. Already pretty good because she has an extra source of damage afterwards. Pretty good ability here too. 200% elemental resistance. Crazy. And also 50% recovery for HP and MP. Crazy stuff. 85% mitigation. against humans, fairies, and reapers. And then somehow, just out of nowhere, 300% killers. For herself, of course, but this, like, come on. What is this? You can only use it once, so if you use this and you use this at the same time, like, what is even surviving that? And you use it on your SLB turn, like, what is surviving that actually? I'm not sure. Because 300% killers plus 200% amp. Like, I don't know, dude. How is that anything surviving? She doesn't even need to do it. Does she need to do like a LB mod buff thing? I don't think so. I didn't see any. She is somehow a morale damage dealer. And here's the thing that I looked at. 3 uses. Reduces cooldown, fine, but this is what you actually hear about. They evade 5 stacks of Mirage, which is insane. And you can use it 3 times. Usually this is like restricted to like yourself or something on most units, but you can use this on all allies. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Gotta say. And also she has 600% cap already, as you can see here with this. Oh, it's at EX3. This is EX3. So if you get her to EX3, she'd have that 600% cap already, so you don't have to do anything. Here's the multiple here's the multiple abuse. Sorry, it's early in the morning. And then her leader skill is pretty good for free. Pretty good, I have to say. And then here's the damage. So her base LB does not recharge anything. It has to be the SLB. So that's fair. That's pretty balanced because it's pretty broken. But you go to the SLB here, and the damage is high. It's good. Even if this modifier was not as high, she still probably does the most damage in the game because she has 200% amp and 300% killer for herself. That is just, come on, like, what are we doing here? For free. This has got to be the best free character in the history of ever, in the history of any game. Not just this game, in terms of any game. I don't know why they're giving it to us, but they are. You gotta grind a lot for it, though, I think, right? I think you have to grind quite a bit for this stuff. So, insanely broken unit. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just like, she's definitely gonna be the #1 damage dealer. Like, there's no doubt about it. So, if you have another 30 chainer, then she would work in Clash of Wills, of course, with another 30 chainer. But those are pretty common nowadays. But she's gonna be the head of the pack in terms of damage. Like, there's just no doubt about that, guys. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. I don't know what else you guys expect me to say, like, oh, she's bad. Like, how can I say she's bad with all those things that she has got going on? The only downside is that field effect. It's only 30% for all the other elements. So that's kind of a downside, but that's like this. That's like I'm trying to nitpick here because, like, she's really good in every other way, and also her breaks are not that good. But is she a debuffer role? No, she's not. She's only an attacker role, so you can't expect that. She has perfect dispel and perfect debuff removal too. Like, that's crazy. Like, she has so much stuff. It's crazy. So no score, of course, because she's free. You're gonna get her. There's no gacha involved. So you're gonna get her as long as you play the game. Really crazy stuff. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to grind her out and try her out myself, but I can already see her doing insane damage. Like, it's just on her SLB turn, once you set her up, like, I just don't see how anything survives as long as if you have 2 of them, and it's even better if you have 2 of them. If you're fighting like a trial and you have 2 of them, you don't even have to do the amp twice. Just one of them has to do the AoE amp because it's AoE, and then the other one could do something else for that turn, and then on the next SLB turn you have another 200% amp. That's wild. Yeah, that's pretty wild, guys. This is a pretty wild ride, and I'm getting on the roller coaster and buckling my seatbelt, guys. Alright, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this unit. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.